Hi guys, Mark Crossfield here. Coach Lockie in the seat. Nice ambassador mug.
Alright.
360 show
Yeah.
with GolfOnline. Do you know what we're going to chat about?
Monday night, 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Monday nights, every Monday night 7 p.m. on my YouTube channel and GolfOnline's channel. And we're talking about the desperate state of my chipping.
It seems to be a subject at the moment, this, doesn't it?
Desperate state. There was rumours flying that I could contend with some people in these little 9-hole sprint things against these Taurus Pro-essers.
Yeah.
If I was a little less flinty on the old chip shots.
Well, I think they've got a point.
It's
letting you down a little.
What's weird with it? Well, you think it's weird, and this is golf all over, and hopefully people can relate to this a bit. Like, if you take the 9th against Colsarts,
Yeah.
where I've got a basic 60-yard pitch, which I kind of fin short right, I then hit it into a horrible position and play a good chip. So what's weird is my chipping, and there's chipping challenges coming out, which I've done with Rory, which you've not seen yet and they've not been released yet.
Yeah.
I'm hitting some ridiculously good shots in it. Like, there's some chips in it where they're like crazy. I won the Turnberry Wee Links.
You did.
Like, comfortably. I mean, buzzer charged, but I was in charge always, hitting good shots.
You are good with your wedge putter though, aren't you? So that counts.
Well, I was chipping it close, so there's lots of gimmies, bro. But I am good at the wedge putt. But then, that's all good and that makes me feel better, but the truth of the fact is I'm hitting lots of pretty poor chips.
Yeah.
So I've had a little chat. We've chatted, haven't we?
We've chatted.
And James Ridyard, who I really respect as a coach and certainly as a short game coach as well, has really helped.
Ooh, unlucky.
And I was with Mr. Andrew Rice yesterday, the last 2 days.
In Belgium.
In Belgium, coaching camping.
Yeah.
And we chatted a bit, just in amongst the busyness of the coaching day.
That was a thin.
And I've got some new ideas.
Shoot, tell me. It's all about your side bend, isn't
Side
it?
bend is my enemy, bruh.
Terrible thing.
Side bend is my enemy.
First good shot, well done.
Thank you. I'm going to try and hit one more good shot.
Very good.
That's lovely.
Two in a row.
Side bend.
Yes. You always...
Think about this. Why am I'm just going to go out of camera here because I am out of shot. I need my balls back.
I'll sip my cup of tea.
Yeah. Why am I good at tee shots?
Because you've got side bend.
Yeah. Because I love a little bit of it in upper there.
Yeah.
You know, that's why tee shots to me make perfect sense. I feel comfortable. I always have done. My iron play is fine. I wouldn't say it's great, but it's fine. And I can get in zones in iron play where I do hit it close and I can also not. But I've always been a little bit of a bottom groover. Mm-hmm. Not afraid to get a bit side bendy on those as well.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to chipping, obviously it's not really helping me. So the side bend, where I was with James originally, was this way, making me want to bottom out back here.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling this and kind of getting the flinchy and the flicky forwards on all the nastiness. So I've worked out, and it worked for a bit, of changing my stance, trying to get less side bend.
Yeah.
Standing a bit straighter. But then I was watching and feeling and thinking, because I do think a lot.
I know.
That I was actually making backswings and pushing my hips forwards, which then instantly puts quite a big bit of side bend back in. Like, I had this desire, obviously, just to put side bend back into my stroke.
Yeah.
So my epiphany, Matt, and you know what it's like. The problem with me is my epiphanies are public on YouTube. So everyone else has them every day, and then they go, "Oh, that one didn't work." We've all had them. It's golf all over, though, isn't it? So for me to make a stroke where I feel like my hips don't go forwards, which then is giving me more tilt,
Yeah.
I have to feel almost like my upper body goes forwards and my hips almost go back. I have to feel like
You're
almost
tilting the wrong way.
the wrong way, which is hard. And then the other good feeling I'm starting to use, which seems to be helping a bit, is one that I know, and Andrew kind of pointed out as a good thing just to think about, which I liked, is try and come through just getting the handle and the forces all going this way on the way through.
Yeah.
So don't get in the habit of trying to feel like you're hitting down, which is so dangerous. I'm literally just going to career the energies down into the ground. When you hit chip shots, basically the handle is coming up. Basically my handle goes up and the club goes down in a stroke.
Yeah.
But the trouble is, if you tell someone to raise the handle, for instance, they all start wanting to do it this way. It's more that if I can get this left shoulder going up and back, that's going to pull my hands up and back, which in turn then puts the club down on the ground. And that feeling is getting me to feel a little bit more consistent interaction with the ground.
Lovely.
What do you think?
I like the ideas.
You like the ideas, but is there a but?
Yeah.
Go on
There's
then.
always a but, isn't there?
Go on then, what's your but?
But will you do it on the course? That's the thing, isn't
Well,
it?
that's where, what do I need to do to make that happen?
Do a bit of practice, you know.
Well, I think a bit is not, I think I have to do a lot.
And you have this lovely area in your garden now.
Thank you.
So you have got the opportunity to practice a bit.
Yeah, and I am going to take that opportunity, bruh.
But it's where you said it, I think, in Switzerland, where
I say a lot of things that make a lot of sense.
where you do your practice, but then you lose your feeling when you get out there.
Yeah, well,
And that's worrying me
Is it?
with my ambassadorial cup,
Go on.
where great thoughts come out of, you know.
Well, I was with Dana, we were at a coach camp last 2 days, right? And I was with a great coach called Dana, I'm not going to say his surname right, Dana Danquist or Darquist.
Yeah.
Check him out on Instagram. He's got some fantastic, he teaches tour pros and loads of good players. He's always talking very interesting stuff about swing. He had an LPGA player come for him for some putting advice, and he kind of states he's not really a putting coach as such, he's more swing. And she said the same about practice, and that she was worse on the course than when she was in practice. He knew a putting green that was on top of a building, he told us the story.
Yeah.
Where, you know, you literally it's like this on top of a building, and you literally just look over the edge. Yeah. And he knew he was able to get up there, or get his student up there, so he made calls and got her up there, and she like phoned him saying, I'm putting from the top of this building, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
And so he was just trying to recreate some anxiety. So the practice thing is good, and this is good. So doing this kind of practice, I think I can, to a certain extent, get some good feels from this practice, because I'm able to put a bit of pressure on myself. But nothing would beat me going out, and I mean, if I could go out and play a bit more, really, you know, off-camera play practice.
Yeah,
which is something we never do, which I think people kind of don't really realise. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I agree, I do have different feelings on the course. And the other thing on the course as well, which is harder, is you do have to, for us, with the way we react with courses, is you do have to perform, and I don't mean golf perform.
We have to keep people interested.
Yeah.
At last.
Yeah, but you're entertaining as well. You're
Yeah,
not actually, people forget that we're not just playing golf, even though it looks that way, because I think because we're relaxed together.
Yeah.
Now we live together. How's your tea, honey?
It's lovely.
They forget that we're actually, like, you know, trying to keep up with the group in front because we're filming.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to hold the whole course up, or we're trying to make sure we get around before dark, or we're getting to the next course, and all those kind of things.
Do you know what worries me a bit as well? I've had another thought.
Oh no.
You know, you're completely working on strike, aren't you?
Yeah, I would say.
Like, when I work on strike and take that onto the course, I totally forget about what I want to do with my shot.
Yeah, well, that's a good point that you say that, because I would argue that I'm not thinking totally about strike. I'm very strike specific.
Yeah.
That's really in my forefront. But I am finding myself on here, because you end up doing a lot of chip shots, and I'm chipping from the patio, from the house, I'm chipping from the actual green, this layer and this layer.
Yeah.
There's slope over here, so I'm putting it on the upslope, which is something I struggle with as well. And I'm trying to hit ones So I'm using, the other thing I might do, and I don't know if I might go a bit Sevy. Just use my 56.
Yeah, okay, and just mix it up a bit.
So I know you can't see me that well here.
Yeah.
But I try and chip to that one going over this one.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice. But see what I mean?
Okay.
So I am trying to mix it up.
Yeah.
So I am also playing with strike and stroke and shot.
Because when I think completely about strike, I forget about my land and spot and everything, and what trajectory and things as well. You see.
Ah, that's why we live together now.
We don't actually, but just before the comments fly in.
There you go, 360 show. I think some interesting ideas about my incapabilities.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting as well for me as a coach. I think the biggest thing here is it's how I'm interpreting my ideas and other people's ideas. Even as someone who I understand the logics, but you still then do interpret things in slightly crazy ways in practice, even when you understand.
Maybe we should measure you on your new little...
That's another video when I've got, because there's a bit I'm still waiting for. We are on that.
Yeah.